Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Became the Emperor of the Whole Elemental Nations and Was Neglected by His Family. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted short movie. Now before continuing this, shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to my boy Jimmy DeSitais for suggesting this idea, and yes, from the thumbnail you can see there is Hulk there. So he's gonna play an important role in it. Anyways, the title of this story was something else before I changed it into this. I think it was more appropriate. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's story, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I'm sorry for not uploading a movie today. I only had enough time to make a short movie and edit it out and upload it. So yeah, I will be uploading a movie tomorrow though, I promise. I'm gonna fulfill that promise no matter what. And anyways, enough said. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and without any further ado, let's begin with our today's short movie. Our story begins with a single lone being floating within the space of Marvel's multiverse, a lone universe that was destroyed by none other than World War Hulk, as he and most of his body now shattered and destroyed was floating there. As the banner within him, the Bruce Banner, the scientist behind Hulk, has already long been dead. But Hulk, he was still alive, but he too could feel his consciousness slipping, and soon was engulfed by darkness. As now we see, Hulk's eyes opened again, and he found himself in a new, location altogether. It was something akin to a dark sewerage system. As Hulk, now getting up, looked around everywhere, and made his way, following the pipes to a center hall, where he found a huge cage. And in the center part, there was a paper on which something was written that he couldn't understand. But there was something, a being that was behind that thing, that caught his eyes, as two blood-red eyes opened, which turned into slits. As soon the whole being was brought to light, as Hulk now looked like an ant in front of it, as the being then literally looked at Hulk and raised an eyebrow if he could. Now who might you be? I have already been sealed within my Jinchuriki for some time, but never have I ever thought that there might be another soul sealed within. Who are you? As Hulk tried to communicate, but to his surprise he could. My name is Hulk. Where is this place? As Hulk himself was quite shocked that he could communicate, as if he has gained conscious and intelligence of his own. As now we see, Grandma then said, Hulk, you say, huh? I guess it's a fitting name for you. And your skin tone as well. Anyways, you're inside of a little kid who has been mistreated by his own parents and, his own village. What? What village? Last I checked, I destroyed everything. Those pesky humans, they died. Really now? Come closer. I would like to see your memories. As Hulk took a step closer, knowing that if he wanted, he could defeat this monster as well, because he seemed weaker. As QB tapped on Hulk's forehead, and to his surprise, his eyes widened as he saw, You. I can't believe this. You are an alter ego of a man who you killed and consumed. And not only that, your rage seems like it consumed everything in its way and path. They had it coming. They wouldn't let Hulk rest. Hulk wanted peace, and each time he wanted peace or a way to just relax, they would just take that away from him. And now Hulk has taken everything away from them. That is true. Now tell me, what is Hulk doing here? To be honest, Hulk, I don't know how you end up here. But the thing is that I know what you can do. The kid might really need your help. Why should I help humans? They have tormented Hulk before. What makes you think that they will not torment me here? Because, Hulk, these kind of humans are the most commonest one. And these humans are different from yours. Seems like your humans didn't have chakra and were much more weaker than them. Chakra? They have abilities to use powers, elements at their wills. While your ones, some of them could, but they were not chakra, but magic and all. only Doctor Strange could do, and some of the others, and that was because of some, well, powers, mutations as we called it, or Bruce called it. Anyways, would you help? First, I would like to see. Good, here you go. As Kurama tapped on Hulk's forehead again, and to his shock, the memories rushed in. He saw the mistreatment this kid named Naruto Uzumaki was given. By his own parents, he was ignored in the favor of the other two, Manma and Mito, his oldest siblings. And not only that, he was hated by the villagers because he held it the soul of the Kyuubi no Yoko, who have attacked under the, well, guidance of a masked person, manipulated by it to attack the village. And not only that, when Naruto tried to tell them that the villager did this to him, his parents would get angry and tell him that stop lying if he got hurt or anything like that. And soon the relationship between the parents and Naruto became worse and worse to the point that Menma and Mito even tried to, well, now blame him for the stuff that they have done. And the relationship that was already strong was now burnt. There was no repair in it. As Naruto was seen as the black sheep by many. Some of the civilians, like the ramen guy, were nice to him, kind enough to feed him, while Kushina gave him most of the punishments, which was no dinner for tonight, which was almost every other night now. Naruto was much more weaker, and he has been banned by the council to never train because he possessed the soul of the Biju, and it could be dire consequences if he's able to learn the shinobi arts. As now we see, after realizing everything, Hulk's rage was on another level, like even more stronger than before in his own world. These humans, they have done much worse. They need to pay. Of course they need to pay, Hulk. The kid needs your help. Would you? Where is the kid? As from behind Kurama's tail, a single lone kid that was scared and was holding on to him then emerged, was shaking. Kid, it's alright. He will help you. Really, Kurama? He will? Yes, kid. Unfortunately, I can't help you out because I'm sealed here. What do you mean you can't help him out? Well, you see, the father separated me from my power, sealing it away in the other children, thinking that I might not be able to regain. But that foolish idiot did not anticipate that the soul can regenerate the chakra, and the kids that hold my power are nothing more than excessive used out power of mine. I have been regaining chakra, but thanks to this seal, it has been almost, well, too little. It will take at this point at least 20 to 25 years for me to be able to gain enough chakra to break the seal. And after that, another whole week to regain my full chakra. So you need this seal gone for that. Yes, I think I can know where I went out my anger. And let's just say Hulk, one after another, caused so much Hulk smash punches that the seal began to cause huge amount of vibrations, and many cracks were formed within the frame. And soon Hulk, with his all rage, yelling out to the top of his lungs, roaring, literally ripped out the seal from the hinges. As the gate disappeared, the seal forever shattered, as Naruto felt hissing pain as the seal itself disappeared as well. As Kurama's eyes widened, and so did Naruto's. You broke the seal. Of course I did. If I'm gonna help him, I think that he might need your help as well, because I can only regain consciousness when he is enraged. Naruto's rage has been separated from him thanks to his father and the seals. We have sealed it away somewhere. As Naruto, Kurama, who was now on his shoulders resting, and Hulk went to another far darker corners where a huge amount of chains were sealed. Step behind, kid. Let Hulk take care of this, said Hulk, as one after another huge amount of punches and pulling out later, all the seals were shattered, and from behind emerged a darker version of Naruto, who had scars. His eyes were red, blood red, as he emerged as Naruto was scared. Don't be scared, kid. Embrace your darkness. He's a part of you. All your sorrows, hatred have been sealed away. As the dark Naruto arrived and stood in front of Naruto, as he placed out his hand, as Naruto grabbed it as his eyes widened. As now we see, Naruto fell unconscious, and after some time when he woke up, he saw that Kyuubi and Hulk was standing over him. "It has been done," said Kurama. "He has been whole again." "Why do I feel so rage?" "Well, kid, that is because you have been completed. You have been resting for a while, but it is good. No, kid. All you gotta do is make a bond with Hulk, and you can use his power. I hope you're okay with that." "Of course." As now we see, Naruto and Hulk bonded, and now we go to the real world where we find Naruto laying in an alleyway. As Naruto woke up to find that they were still there, the civilians, and one even tried to piss at him while laying there unconscious, as Naruto then turned into a huge Hulk monster, as he grabbed the man by the face and by his chest, as with a closed fist he crushed it all. As now we see Anbus and everyone else was alerted by a green monster within that was formed because of the demon, as they called it. As one after another, huge amount of massacre was about to commence. As soon, even the parents and the children were alerted. As now we see Naruto causing rampage everywhere, as in his hand was Kakashi Hatake. As Naruto turned towards them, as they all looked scared, "Naruto, drop him." As Naruto literally, with a sinister smile, ripped Kakashi apart from the center heart, ripping in two parts and throwing it at his siblings, or well, ex-siblings now, as both of them were badly wounded by it. "Naruto, you leave me no other choice." As Naruto literally stopped Harishin kunais of Minato and crushed it, and grabbed him by the arm and began to slam him into the ground again and again and again until many of his bones were shattered, and punched Kushina to the gut, sending her flying back. As with a sinister laugh, he turned towards Root Anbus. As Naruto's memory came to this new-formed Hulk, he, with a sonic jump, leapt into the air, and with a sonic smash, broke throughout the Hokage Tower, and now was going straight diving towards the basement, as many of the Root Anbus and the council members were already crushed and dead, as there stood none other than Danzo himself. "What are you?" "You're that, Danzo," was the only word he heard before Hulk smash. He clapped his hands together with a sonic clap, as Danzo's skin was literally ripped out from his own body and bones, as he, in the form of mere splatters, was now laying everywhere. As for many of the shinobis who were strong-willed more than Danzo, their ears were bleeding out. They were now turned deaf completely. As that is when Jiraiya arrived, whose face was punched so bad in the Sage mode that it was sent flying. His skull was cracked and shattered. As after that, now we see Naruto getting up, was making his way towards his siblings. As he lowered his face down, they could see the blue and green eyes that were filled with rage behind. "Do not mess with Naruto, or you will mess with Hulk, and Hulk hates you all." With these words said, Naruto leapt into the air, disappearing forever. As it took one whole week for Konoha to recover, as still while bandaged up, they all were now sitting together. As Jiraiya's face was plastered, Minato was completely covered with his whole body in plaster, and Kushina itself was covered in chest plate plaster, while the siblings, they were also bandaged up, all in shock. "This is not good. I thought we sealed away the demon within Naruto, and by keeping him away from the shinobi world, he might be able to live at least a normal life. The kid was always a source of trouble." "Minato," said Jiraiya, "but this is something different entirely. This is not Kyuubi. I couldn't even sense any chakra," said Hiyashi, whose arm was lost because Hulk ripped it out because of his proud Junkin style now was destroyed. "What are you hiding from us, Minato?" said Shikaku as he got up, using a crutch. What? What do you mean? You're hiding something from us. It's obvious that much." "That thing was not Kyuubi," said Shikaku inside the council, or what was left of it. "That thing didn't even have chakra, as Hiyashi said, but it had brute strength and rage. Rage that could resemble Naruto's rage and his own. That thing is something else that we have never seen or faced before. And look at what it did. In a mere brief moments that we encountered it, it almost sent our village to shambles. Danzo is dead, elders are dead, and many of the civilians are murdered, and Anbus as well." And many of our clansmen are dead as well. And not just that, look at yourself, Minato. You're almost now a non-shinobi. Why? Why would he go to such extent, even against his own family? That is something that I would like to know. How the hell am I supposed to know that? I just did what Sensei told me. The prophecy was more important. Maybe it's because of that. Maybe he was jealous because of his siblings. As Kushina arrived late inside, as she then with a heavy heart then said, Minato, I think I know why. I heard the two oldest of her talking, and they were talking feeling guilty that they were the ones who listened to their friends and blamed Naruto for their own pranks, hinging into him and causing all the trouble around the village. And as for the villagers, I heard that they were calling Naruto demon, and Naruto was telling us the truth all this time. And I heard this from Tenuichi-san. What? You mean Tenuichi-san, the ramen guy? Yes, the same Tenuichi-san who, when at our age, while his father ran the shop, he also gave us food while we turned orphans. Seems like he has been taking care of Naruto as well. And we, as parents, even if we call ourselves that, have done nothing but wrong. And I think that is how that Hulk or whatever persona Naruto created was born. Out of desperation for protection. But my people won't do this. I trust them. Trust them? They have broken your trust many more times than you can imagine, Minato. And so have we. We lost our way. We vowed when we got married that our children will not suffer from any harm or any mistreatment, and yet we were the only ones who mistreated him. As Jiraiya said, that is not the point now, Kushina. The thing is that we need to stop Hulk, or whatever that thing is. He needs to be stopped. He is too much dangerous. If he can destroy almost a single village strong as Konoha in a mere brief moment, think about what he can do to the whole elemental nation. The prophecy. All you care about is prophecy, Jiraiya. Can't you see that my family is shattered and in shambles? Because of your words? Because of you? The older blame themselves because of what they have done, which rightfully is their fault, but it is also our fault for giving them the freedom. And making sure that Naruto is the one who is on the receiving end always. We have failed, Minato. As Minato looked down, that is correct. But we need to at least bring him in, so that we can calm him down to get through to him. Hokage-sama, with all due respect, do you think that persona or whatever that thing is that is protecting Naruto, aside from Kyuubi, would listen? He literally put you all to rest for good. That is the amount of the rage that we unleashed all. It's like the Kami and Yami and Shinigami-sama, all of the goddesses have forsaken us and sent us a devil in disguise in the form of Naruto's rage to destroy us for what we have done to a poor soul. That it might be true. As they all turned to Jiraiya and said, without a care of this world, well anyways, I was here because the toads have asked for you, and the children of prophecy. They need to see and evaluate. There has been a sudden shift in the prophecy that we all need to know about. As Minato sighed, fine, Sensei. After we recover for a bit, we will go. And it took a few months for the Konoha village to recover. And the news about the green beast of some sort attacking Konoha became a myth around the whole elemental nations that almost destroyed Konoha within brief moments. The other villagers were also scared, and on the other side, Naruto became a mercenary. As years began to roll by, Naruto now turned at the age of 15 and was now a profound mercenary, as he has just hunted down a few rogue shinobis again and returned back to Eva. As he was returning, he noticed something. Their Jinchurikis were being mistreated, and they also wanted to leave. Naruto in the night that time arrived towards them, giving them some bread and food. Listen, you two are Jinchurikis as well, right? As both of them felt fear. Not to worry, so am I. I left my village because of the same thing. Being considered a demon in human skin, even though we didn't have any say in what we have become. How about you leave with me? We'll leave all together here. Can we even do that? Of course you can. They won't even know you left. They'd rather have you dead, right? As both of them nodded. Easy now. Eat up. will be leaving. As the old man and the kid then ate it up, and both of them then became ready to leave, as Naruto took them in, as they all left. Naruto even taught them some of the skills, as inside Naruto's hidden hut that they have created, or more like Naruto has created, they also resided now. The old man was the Jinchuriki of the four tails, and the other one, who was the Jinchuriki of the six tails, were now with him. And Naruto trained the kid up because he also wanted a helping hand, while the old man resided in home because he was taught the basic needs and also was doing meditation techniques with his own biju. They were trying to make a relationship and form a bond between them, and so far it has been quite successful. It was almost a year later, when Naruto turned 16, that he has returned from another mission, that there was a girl that was with him. It was Kyoki, an actress who has been ambushed, and, well, most of her own people betrayed her amongst them. As she was there, you don't have to worry about anything. I will take care of this. You don't understand, Naruto-kun. My whole village, the snow country, it's in shambles because of my uncle. He needs to be stopped. There is no other way then. I'll help you. What? But Naruto-san, you will reside here, both of you. Use this protection charm. We have enough rations that can last you for a few months here. You don't need to go out, both of you. If anything happens, you both run. Seal away the most important stuff and run. Also, don't forget some rations because you need to hide. And take the savings money that we have saved. Alright, Naruto-san. I'll be back within 2 months. If I don't, you're free to go wherever you want. As now we see, Naruto and Kyoki then left Naruto's house and ventured towards the snow country. As after arriving there, Naruto told her to hide. As Naruto then said, "Are you up, Kurama?" "Of course, kid. You as well, Hulk." Hulk is itching for some fun. As Naruto transformed into a Hulk, thanks to his Fuinjutsu that he was able to learn from, thanks to the help of Kurama's training so far, he was able to make clothes that were able to stretch enough that could fit his Hulk persona. And soon Hulk bursted out now into KCM2 state. As now with this unleashed amount of enormous power, Naruto descended upon Snow Country, leaving it into this shambles, killing the old man by dragging it in front of Kyoki and crushing his forehead in front of everyone, and many of his forces now dead after the brutal battle that only continued a few hours. As Kyoki then named herself, "I am Kyoki Kazehana, and I am the princess, and now the ruler of this land. And this is my ally, who has helped me regain back my country." As after that we see Naruto was told to stay there for a few weeks. As Naruto stayed there because of the hospitality, and since Kyoki and he were friends, during those weeks something happened between them, as there was spark of love between them and affection, the lingering eyes and lingering touch, and soon after that they ended up sleeping together. As Naruto, waking up next morning under the sheets as the sun rays hit them, hugged Kyoki close. As after that he realized what he was as he got up and was about to leave. "Where are you leaving, Naruto-kun?" "Kyoki, listen. You see that I am different, right? Are you not scared?" "No, Naruto. I like you all. The whole of you I love. And I would love it if you spend your time with me here. But I have to be out there. If I stay here, then there might be trouble. Then at least have this ring." "Really?" "Yes, it's a protective charm and," said Kyoki with a blush, "a promise. A promise. Promise between you and I, my love. That you are bound to me now." Of course, as Naruto took that ring and wore it on his wedding finger ring, and then brought out a ring of his own that he gave to Kyoki, as she put it on that now simple ring. I promise I'll get you something better." "No, this is more than enough." As Naruto after that time departed, and as he was returning, he made detour through Takigakure. There he found Fu, a girl who was a few years younger than him, and was mistreated, almost close to dying out. As Naruto rescued her, saved her thanks to the healing ninjutsu of the QB, and broke the seal because he found out that she too was a Jinchuriki. God damn it, why all of the Jinchurikis are mistreated? As Chaume then said, because they are, young one. This little larvae has suffered enough. And she really wanted to die. Can you please help her? Of course, that is why I'm here. Luckily I was able to find her. You have to take her away from here, little one. You just stay put. I'll do that. As Naruto grabbed now the unconscious Fu and dashed as fast as he could back to his hideout. As after arriving there, they patched her up, and now they were resting. Any news while I was gone? Nothing. Everything is fine, said Roshi, the old man. We have been residing here, and a few of the rations are used up, but I think we can survive for a few more time. Change of plans. What? What do you mean? You guys train here. You guys need to train now. Even you, old man Roshi, because we're gonna gather other Jinchurikis up. I'm gonna go ahead and scout out if any Jinchurikis need help. The nearby villages to our is Suna, and then there is, well, Kiri, and then finally Kumo. I'm gonna head towards Suna first and see if anyone needs our help there. And after that I'm gonna head towards Kiri. And then, finally, since Kumo is a big major village, we'll head towards there. What do you mean, Will? I mean, but me alone. What? But I'm pretty sure that enough. You just need to take care of this place and train and make a bond with your Biju. And try to make sure that the bond is secure enough that you can use their power combining with your own. Alright, we'll do that. I'm leaving you in charge, old man Roshi. Watch over them. As after that, Naruto with newfound determination and a mission then left, which was to find and rescue his own Jinchuriki. Well, people. His people, as he called them. As now we see, he sent an even letter to Kyoki, his fiancée/wife, that he was heading to do this thing. And all she sent it was, just be careful. And she needed him back. As Naruto with the newfound strength now was ventured towards Suna. As after arriving there, a scene awaited him that was something akin to his own. People beating up on a, well, similar aged kid who was much weaker. This was Gaara. As Naruto found him, rescued him, and took him in. And after bringing him back and staying there until he got the hang of these things, and also seeing that Fu was making a lot of progress, Naruto ventured towards Kiri. And to his surprise, he found out that Kiri didn't have a Jinchuriki, but they did have a Biju now. A Biju who was just sitting there, chained up, because the people were scared. Naruto freed the sentient being and brought it back near the shores that were nearby, and soon he transformed into the form of a little turtle to survive there. His name was even Isubu, as Naruto remembered. He was just a cool sentient being who was quite chill with that and was quite forgiving easily. Something Naruto thought that was a breath of fresh air amongst even the Bijus. As now we see Naruto making his way towards Kumo. You know, kid, this is quite dangerous. You heading towards Kumo. Kumo is a dangerous, well, place. Are you sure you would want to do this? You think I have any other choice? They have any other choice? I heard that Kumo treats his Jinchuriki well. Well, we're about to find out then. If they are treated good, then this is fine and good, but if not, then we'll take them back as we did to the others. I have almost gathered each and every one of the Jinchurikis, and only they are the ones left. As Naruto ventured inside the village of Komogakure under the venture of a traveler, as now we see Naruto inside, remained there for a few days inside a hotel room and ventured throughout the whole village to find any clues, and he found some. The Raikage's little brother was known as Killer Bee, and the Jinchuriki of the Eight Tails. The Jinchuriki and the Biju itself were treated rightfully, and even hailed as a hero by the villagers. But Naruto knew that there was another Jinchuriki, and he soon found her, looking for scraps of food. Her name was Yujito. She was an older girl, much older than Naruto by a few years, as Naruto one night approached her, as she was on guard, like any cat. You're like me. Of course I'm like you. I'm here to help you. You're like the guardian angel who has been taking away the Bijus, as the other said. You're here to kill me, aren't you, like you did to the other villages? No. I may be a guardian angel, as you say, which I don't think I am. But for the Bijus, because I'm here to rescue you from them. You seem like you have seen better days. Would you like to come with me? Since I'm a sibling Jinchuriki of yours. We can leave this place, leave this hellhole. Of course, but they have a tracker here. As Naruto burnt it down, as Matatabe was awakened. As now Naruto took her, as both of them ran away from the village. And soon the news came out the next morning that Yuichito has killed herself, as even her body was found. As it was a blood clone that Naruto created with the blood of Yuichito herself, and the Biju itself dissipated from within. As now we see, well, her body was disregarded and burnt, while the real Yuichito left with Naruto. A few days went by back at the hideout, which was now much more larger. Naruto went out with some of the Jinchurikis now in the form of a group to do some missions, which were bounty missions, and after return one night, they were attacked. As Naruto knew these were assassins from different villages combined together, they were the Anbu forces. As Naruto and the other took them down, as Naruto standing there, what were they, Naruto? Do you think they were? No, they were not telling us. They knew about this place for some time because they attacked as soon as we got back. I think that the other villages have gotten suspicious. All of the Jinchurikis have vanished. Some dead. We need to go somewhere safe. Where? I know where. It's time we head back to the snow country, the only country that will allow us some peace. Do you think they would not hate Jinchurikis? If anything, they would love you all, since they, well, have me there. As Naruto took them in, and all of them went towards snow country, and there Naruto met with Kyoki once more, as both of them were happy to see each other again, and so were the people who were freed from the tyrant, as Naruto told them all about the reality of how the Jinchurikis are faced, and they did not need to worry about, they have his word. And now people, still cautious somewhat, were nice to them, as the Jinchuriki also somewhat cautious were now living amongst them, making a perfect bond with their Bijus while at the meantime. As this was going on, Naruto, with the help of his Fuinjutsu knowledge, was able to make the boundaries as well as the front gates of the snow country so much stronger that nobody would venture there. Not even some shinobis. As this was going on, a new emperor was risen after marrying Kyoki, the empress of the snow country, and the name was unsettling. Many minor villages tried to take a fight with them. Even the demon country did, and they lost. As now we see, the tale was so much popular that it even reached the ears of the Kages. As back in, well, Konoha, who has recovered and were still out there looking for Naruto, and still somewhat recovering from the news that they have gotten from the toads, were quite shocked and shaken to the core. How can this be? Said Minato. I thought he left and disappeared. He was in hiding, but no. He built a nation from the ground up. So all this time Naruto was there? Who knows? But one thing is for sure, if he is the emperor, this changes everything. Emperor is more stronger than any other country, and since the snow country has been giving many of us villages the technology, if it pulls away, then our survival is, well, just that. More threatening and more endangering. We have to make sure we make an alliance with them, a perfect one. And if they don't cooperate, what we do? Then there is no other way. We go to the war with them. They are besides a minor village, and Naruto alone almost destroyed our village. Have you forgotten that? As a sad mocking civilian then said, with all due respect, we learned our mistake, and it was a surprise attack. We as Konoha has come over top, and Menma and Mito-sama, even though they might not be the child of prophecy, they are still strong because of your teachings. As that was quite hurtful for Minato and Kushina, who now regretted everything, and Menma and Mito, it was quite humbling for them, as they even looked down, clutching their hands. But they let it go, knowing that this was not Naruto's fault. If anything, it was their own cockiness and karma getting back at them for mistreating him, their own blood and flesh, who now disregarded them because of the rage and anger that he felt because of the betrayal. We'll talk about this later. This meeting is adjourned. Back at home in Uzumaki State, we see that Kushina then said, it's quite funny. The one we thought that was the most annoying and made us the most embarrassed is actually out there. If we had been on kind terms, he would have been the one who made the peace in the world the most. The other nations might be scared, and that is why there is no war against them and against each other. Because if a snow country makes an ally with one of them, it'll be a threatening alliance and something that nobody wants. It's not about that, Kushina. It's about It's about the child of prophecy. We fucked up. We messed up. We mistreated him. And now we're paying the price. As Minato had a flashback, as after recovering, they all went towards the Toads, where the Toads outright rejected them, saying that these two were nothing more than bastards, because of the darkness they contain in the heart, and the hatred for their own flesh and blood. They are not the children of prophecy. It was Naruto all along. And now he, with this newfound power, will forge his own kingdom. The end of the elemental nation is beginning, and a new kingdom will rise from it, under the Snow Country, which will turn into Snow Kingdom soon. As now we see, that was it, what was happening. As the other nations then had a Kage summit, because they wanted to take care of this and conquer the land. And so a Kage summit, only Konoha remained neutral while the others formed an alliance. And once they faced them, there was a huge threat waiting for them. Their own mistakes, as they called them. The Jinchurikis now perfectly formed standing along the line. All 9 of them, as Naruto standing in front, attacked them. With the new form technology as well as the 9 Jinchurikis by their side. 8 Jinchurikis. Everything was trampled on. Even Killer Bee was killed and the Gyuki was freed. Now with 9 Bijus by their side, the armies were decimated, destroyed. Not a single soul left that battlefield alive, as everything was now laid in ruins and barren. As the outbreak of this was that Kiri, Kumo, Suna, and, Eva, they were now left in bare minimum numbers, 200, 300 minimum. And some of them were even less, 20 to 30 Konoichis or Shinobis each. They were now nothing more than smaller than minor villages as well. And now, they were on the brink of extinction. And soon that happened as well. And only Konoha remained, now much more scared than ever. And they knew what was better, not to mess with Naruto. His armies, his arsenal, even though little, was more than enough to trample the 4 elemental nations. And what could be stopping them to trample their own nation as well? But the daimyo, he was egotistical and wanted a war. So soon they lost the land of fire itself as well. And since the daimyo's family was executed, the Snow Country now became the Snow Kingdom. And now, even the land of fire was now under it, alongside the rest of the elemental nation. And Konoha was the only thing that was like a small dot, a pest, a dark spot in the new map that was issued, that even Konoha now held in the meeting. That kid, he has brought everyone under his banner. When will it stop? Only look at us. Like a small spot, like a bug sitting on his own throne. He can wipe us out at any time. But why hasn't he? He's showing us that how little we mean to him. As many of the villagers who were actually nicer to Naruto aside from Tenoichi then left as well. And not only that, some of the shinobis who were against this hatred and misguidance also left, leaving Konoha forces and numbers in civilian sector devastated, and they were now regarded as a minor village of their own right, but are still a minor village with more than 800 people, still with a combination of, shinobis and Jinchurikis of all ranks. As Minato then said, we need to have an alliance with him, or at least try to. As so, a Konoha delegation was sent, as after arriving inside the main kingdom of Snow Country, we see that Naruto was seated there, in the throne of the emperor. Next to him was Kyoki, who looked pregnant, his wife. As Menma Mito were shocked to see that they were going to Uncle and Aunt, but even if they felt happy, they felt sadness, because there was no love there, that of a sibling. As Naruto then said, to what do I owe this displeasure of your visit? Well, Naruto-sama, he is the emperor. You should address him as emperor, said Kyoki. Yes, Empress. Emperor-sama, said Minato. We are here to form an alliance. If you reject it, I don't wish to have any sort of alliance or bond with Konoha. The only reason I left you alive is because, you didn't try to attack our home. Even if I hold it grudges against you, and still do, I'm not so senseless to attack on bare anger. I am a king, an emperor now. An emperor must be just to his own people. I have much bigger things to do than to interlude myself in silly threats. So go on and live your life. But, mark my words, If you try to attack or sabotage us, then you will be trampled. Is that right? And understood. Yes. Now leave. Get out of my sight. Naruto, please, son. You have some gal, Kushina Uzumaki. Even if you should call yourself that, I don't know. Naruto, of course I am Don Uzumaki. Really now? Karin-san, bring out your Kachan here. As an old lady of Uzumaki was brought out, as Kushina felt shudder down her skin because she knew it was her sensei who taught her how to read and write. Kushina, you are a disappointment to the Uzumakis. You disregarded everything that I taught you. Have you learned nothing from me? Sensei, enough. You are a kin deserter. As with a hand seal, Kushina found that in her arm a seal kanji appeared of kin deserter, and so did in Menman Mito and Minato, since he was also done a ritual to come into the clan. As after that, the sensei then said, "You have been abandoned by the Uzumakis like you did to the Uzumakis value. Get out of here, kin deserters." As with the heavy heart they all left, knowing that Naruto was not only able to gain such strength but also able to find others as well. As soon after they left, and Orochimaru, who was wearing a lab coat, arrived. Naruto-sama, Orochimaru, what have you done? We have found new energy sources, and I would like to request some fundings to, well, you have my support, Orochimaru. You need to do your experiments, then continue on. But as for your personal experiments, you can only do them on your own clones, the blood clones that I've taught you. Of course, thank you. As Orochimaru was more than happy to conduct his tests on his own immortal clones, and on the other side, he, thanks to Naruto, was able to find the way to immortality. And now he was living inside the Snow Country as a leading scientist because he wanted to experiment for something good and better. And he was just curious where Naruto's strength will lead him, and that is why he was watching over that boy. And on the other side, Konoha was getting unsettled because Jiraiya saw them as a threat, and so did Hiruzen. And under them and a lot of shinobi forces, they attacked, and without a single sweep from Naruto, they were killed. And Konoha was now left as a minor village with a citation, a letter from the king itself, that they have been warned. This is their first and only mistake they made. He's willing to still let them go because he doesn't have time to interlude with them. Simply. And knowing that another attack from them will be a single sweep of them all, they dispersed and left and formed little villages of their own, where they as alone clans resided now, like the clan warring era. As for Naruto, he welcomed his daughter Lily with Kyoki in the Snow Country, his empire. As for Hulk and Kurama, they were happy. And as for the Akatsuki, they could try they want, but they know who they were messing with. And soon they too attacked, and Amegakure was also taken under by Naruto, with the executions of the whole Akatsuki members, even Zetsu included. And this way Naruto brought peace under his banner as the Emperor, who was not to be trifled with, alongside his allies such as Hulk and, well, Kurama. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this story off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, as this is Apollo Uchiha and I'm signing off for today. Peace!